Instant match reaction. Liverpool have absolutely got 3 points. Get in! What a result. What a performance. Most importantly, that is what we wanted. And if you are new around here, want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool throughout the season, hit that subscribe button down below. I know a lot of you have hit the subscribe button. Everyone absolutely smashed it in the watch along, as I said, trying to get to at least 5k before Christmas. That would be a lovely Christmas present anyway. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you are watching live, or if you are watching once we finished the live session, make sure you do drop your comments in the comment section below, and I will be replying to every single one of them. As I said, like, share, subscribe. Man of the match performances. I want to know what your thoughts on the game on today, really. There's going to be a lot of talking points, which we'll discuss. The big talking points on the game that went to and against whatever, both sides anyway. If there's any City fans, let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below as well. As Jay said there, brilliant today. Absolutely phenomenal performance by Liverpool, most importantly. A lot of us going into this game, we went into it with a lot of trepidation. In reality, the performances this season have not been up to the standards in which we've anticipated and what we've seen from Liverpool Football Club. And today, there was a lot of trepidation in reality when we all seen the starting 11. I think all of us, we all put our hands up and went, oof, James Milner up against the likes of Phil Foden. As we've seen in the past, he's really thrived in an environment at Anfield when he has come up against James Milner. But shout out to James Milner as well. We'll delve out to, we're going to the starting 11s anyway. But firstly, we're going to the statistics in terms of the most important statistic from the game is Liverpool won the game 1-0. And as you can see there from the stats to my right, Liverpool had 2 shots on goal anyway. Most importantly, we converted one of those opportunities, and it come from a Mohamed Salah breakaway, a lovely ball over the top from Alisson Becker. We've seen that in seasons gone. It was very reminiscent of the Manchester United goal in which the season we won the league. Alisson Becker, yet again, his distribution, one of his best attributes as a goalkeeper. I think his shot stopping is one of the world's best, but in terms of his distribution tonight was absolutely spot on. Something that he very much trained on in training this week in terms of those dead ball set pieces. It was a very lackluster free kick from Kevin De Bruyne, looped quite deep into the Liverpool box, and Liverpool countered very quickly. João Cancelo, yes, you can question his positional play, but it was all from the ball from Ali, and most importantly, the control by Mohamed Salah to bring that down. He angled his body, and he still had quite a lot to do in terms of that goal, but he kept his head down, put his foot through the ball, and that's exactly what we've been wanting. Prior to that goal, there was a couple of opportunities for Liverpool. Before that goal, there was a good opportunity for Salah to square it, which it was a phenomenal save by Edison. But on another day, if we did come away from a draw or a loss from this game, then you could have pinpointed that. But who's really bothered? Liverpool have got a massive 3 points. I'm not going to be sitting here talking about the title because there's still a very long way to go. But in terms of getting Liverpool back on the road to recovery, in terms of our league position, most importantly, and what this result does, Reds, as well, to the confidence levels of every single player on the football pitch today. In terms of, obviously, we'll get the starting 11 up. That did start the game, but we'll go through the team in terms of their performance. Alisson Becker dealt with Erling Haaland quite well. Haaland had a couple of great opportunities. James Milner, a lot of plaudits, and quite rightly so, because he was absolutely fantastic. But let's get to everyone's comments as well. That is jumping in the live stream. As Jay said, brilliant today. What a win that was then, Avens. It was fantastic. Get in, Avens. Yes, I thought we would be rubbish today. Bosh, great performance by the lads. Keep it up and let's get our season back on track. That's the most important aspect in it, Shay. Shane, that's what we're wanting. Jason, a lot of great performances today. Everyone on the back line, but Becker was also a key factor in today's win. Clean sheet as well. And we'll go through the starting 11 as well. Very much did deny Erling Haaland on a couple of occasions, but a lot of plaudits has to go to James Milner, because I come into this game, as I said, a lot of trepidation, but he dealt really well with Cancelo and Gundogan down that left-hand side. Gomez and Van Dijk, It was like they played like the two centre halves that did win us the league all those seasons ago. Both of them thrived off each other. Van Dijk, that was what we were wanting really in terms of his proactivity, in terms of the final third of the pitch, in terms of getting that ball, getting on the ground. His aerial duels were absolutely fantastic. Most importantly as well, that's the Van Dijk. We've labelled Van Dijk not being as proactive in terms of his defending in recent weeks, and we've seen that against Man United and Fulham. But today, he was absolutely, he was the best centre-half in European football than we know today. And hopefully this does give Gomez, Van Dijk the confidence, really. And we'll go on to Andy Elbow down that left-hand flank as well. Dealt really well with Kevin De Bruyne. I was really impressed, especially Bernardo Silva. The interchanging and passing from Manchester City today, large portions of their play predominantly did come down the right-hand side, and obviously the diagonal switches in terms of trying to get Foden down the wide areas, but City didn't really utilise that, and that stems from not just Robinson, but in terms of a whole team collective. We didn't allow Manchester City any time on the ball, and we suffocated them in the right areas. But when Liverpool play our best is when Fabinho, the Dyson, he's been really off the boil this season. I think we can all, and even Fab will put his hands up, but when we play our best football is when Fabinho plays his best football for me, chat. He's seen how absolutely he hoovered up. That's why they call him the Dyson. He hoovered up every last strand, the second ball, third ball, constantly bang, 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 bang into the Manchester City midfielders, into Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, even Haaland as well. When the two lads, Virgil van Dijk and Gomez, and our back line needed them today, Fabinho was there. And especially against the opposition that we played today, it's by no means, it's not an easy feat to do that as well. Harvey Elliott didn't let the occasion get to him. He played like a man above his years today. Even the changes probably did change the game as well. But when Elliott was on the pitch, he made every single right decision. And that's all you can ask for, really, as a young lad. I looked at that starting 11 and went, oof, bit of a big game for Harvey to come in. But he dispelled those within the opening first couple of minutes. He got on the ball. He looked composed. And from a defensive point of view, most importantly as well, chat, and this is the key thing with Harvey playing down that right-hand side of the midfield three. I know it's going on the left, but he was playing on the right. And in Liverpool's midfield three, his protection for Milner in that first opening 45, 50-minute period as well was really key. As well as good as Harvey is going forward, that's the one aspect that we really done well tonight, is Elliott's defensive duties, doubling up on the likes of obviously Gundogan and Foden. When Milner needed his help, Fabinho was there. Elliott was there, most importantly, as well as going forward. And Thiago played really well as well. Especially, we needed Thiago today in those pockets of space, in the half spaces. You literally get a little square of space in these games and the environments as well. And the big games in Europe, but most importantly, these are the games that we brought Thiago in for, in terms of just calming the game down when it was needed, especially in those moments in that second half chat as well, in terms of when we were lumping balls forward. But no, Thiago got on the ball, settled down everyone's nerves. I know those added 6 minutes on the time were like, all of us were like, oof, 6 minutes. But in terms of those small moments, in terms of soaking up the pressure when needed, Thiago was there. And as well, we go to the forward line as well, and then we'll speak about a couple of the subs, because most importantly, Darwin Núñez played fantastic when he come on. But in terms of, we'll leave Salah to last, because what a bloody strike. Jota, I felt for me as well, chat, especially going down that left-hand side, provided quite a massive threat. There was a couple of balls where he was getting them across the box anyway, and there was a couple of great individual tackles by the likes of Akanji, and it was a good save that denied by Edison as well in that first half, pushed it away from the goal. But Jota, he's back to his best. And I'm hoping, chat, we're seeing Jota go off. Looked like a hamstring injury. Hopefully it's not too serious, but we'll find out after the game this evening, probably, when Jürgen and obviously speaking in the press conference, and when we get a bit more news in terms of Jota. But Firmino probably was my man in the match before he come off. My man in the match is Salah. We all know he's my man in the match. But Firmino, before he come off, he was instrumental in terms of when Liverpool were going forward. in the little moments in the first half and even prior to him coming off, he linked the play so well today. And that was so important that we needed the link-up play between him, Firmino, Jota was excellent. Typical Bobby. And telling you, Bobby, would you say, chat, let me know your thoughts if you're on the live or if you're watching on the post-match. Bobby is probably playing the best form of his Liverpool career. If he continues the way he has been tonight and obviously going forwards, especially this season, I think we will see a massive improvement going forward, Reds as well. But Bobby, excellent in everything he done tonight. Salah, bloody Salah. As I said, I think all of us, when we were on the watch-along, we were a bit annoyed in a couple of occasions where he could have slided in Jota or say another player. But there's no one in world football, apart from probably Messi or like Haaland probably as well. But in terms of Salah, when he gets in those channels, when he's in the zone, he skipped past Cancelo with quite a lot of ease. That goal is absolutely phenomenal. Yes, we spoke about the ball over the top, but the way in which Salah's engineered that space, that is world class in terms of just angling his body to very, very much narrow any possible opportunity for João Cancelo. It was very rash, Cancelo, and if that was Trent, Christ almighty, the press would be all over it. But João Cancelo, very rash, but Salah took in the cleaners really, and Ederson had to come out, try and narrow down the angle, but Salah really well. He put the ball in the back of the net with a lot of ease. It looked easy, but it wasn't. Still had quite a lot of decision making to go on anyway. But let's get to everyone's comments as well. Most importantly, get in the Reds. If you haven't already done so, let's see how many likes we are on at the minute. Anyway, everyone, make sure you are smashing the like button. If we are on 14 likes, Jack, can we get to at least 50 likes by the end of tonight anyway? If you haven't already done so, smash that like button. I will be featuring every single one of his comments as well. And if you can, please refrain from obviously just writing in English. As I said, I won't be reading out your comments because I'm Scouse. I don't know any other language anyway. But appreciate every single one of you. Get your comments in, as I said. But what a win that was then. A lot of great performances today from Jay. With Milner, people forget he's got ever so much experience behind him, enough to win games as well. Spot on with Virgil tonight, lad. Played like he had something to prove. And that's the thing, innit? Jay in chat as well. Hopefully, the most important aspect of tonight's performance, yes, the 3 points are important, but it's in terms of what this does for Liverpool's confidence. We've all seen these players, most importantly, they've lacked quite a lot of, yes, they've not put in the performance, but that stems from confidence levels. Every single game they go into, week on week, they need the performance, and we've seen that in this season as well. And hopefully this is what it does. It gives them more confidence going forward. Absolutely brilliant to see what happens when we don't constantly give the ball away. I thought we were solid. The players looked themselves. If Darwin looks up, he could have played Salah in there. Yeah, we had quite a lot of... We went to a 4-4-2, didn't we, chat? Darwin was excellent when he come on as well. Really stretched the game. And we've got to speak about Jurgen Klopp as well. I know a lot of people have questioned Jurgen Klopp's substitutions. And even in the game, but you'd understand exactly what Jurgen Klopp wanted to do with those substitutions. I think was it Fabinho come off, Firmino come off, and Jota, they all come off. I think it was for Carvalho, Henderson, and Darwin Núñez. I think we went to a 4-4-2. Apologies if we didn't, but it looked like a 4-4-2. We went with two strikers. Salah was playing that right forward, and then obviously Darwin on the left wing, and then City, they had to push up the pitch. They wanted to try and get something out of the game. But in those moments, in terms of second ball transition to third ball, Liverpool stretched the game there. As North said, and a lot of you's already said, we could have got a second or a third goal, but we don't want to be too greedy. But we weren't caught up on the back foot as well, and that's an important factor. But Darwin done exactly what he needed, and Jurgen Klopp deserves a lot of the plaudits, and I love it. I know he's got a red card off the back of this game, but quite rightly, all of us can understand Jurgen Klopp's frustration, or any fans, or every other Premier League manager would have done exactly what Jurgen Klopp done here tonight. And he gets a lot of stick from rival fans, like in terms of the excuses he makes. That's what an elite level manager does week upon week. You need to protect your players, most importantly. For the best part of 20 years, I used to sit there and watch Fergie's interviews and Arsene Wenger's as well, Jose Mourinho's. world-class managers that they have to come out and make excuses to protect the players. And sometimes it's like, oh, come on, Jurgen. But in terms of the way in which he bigged up the crowd as well, and a crowd was a massive factor as well tonight, chat as well. I'm hoping off the back of this performance now that we're going into the West Ham game midweek. I won't be doing a live stream watch along. I will be doing a post-match reaction show. So we'll be going to the game. So I'm hoping the crowd is like it was tonight. The crowd and every fan around the world as well. We can't pick and choose when we decide to support Liverpool Football Club. Win, lose or draw, we get behind our lads. That's the most important aspect tonight. And I'm hoping the West Ham or even any early kickoffs on a Saturday or a Sunday or the midnight on a Wednesday or whatnot, the crowd, if we can galvanise and capture that atmosphere at Anfield tonight, we'll be in with every shot of making top 4, top 6 or whatnot, whatever happens come what may, or whatever happens in the Champions League as well. If Anfield is like that, the 12th man played a massive part tonight, especially when Jurgen Klopp went off. It could have easily, our heads could have went down, the players. No, the crowd got behind every single one of our lads, even the players that come on as well. And I love it when Anfielders like that. I just wish it was a bit more like that every single time we play at Anfield, because literally we'd be getting 3 points like it was nothing. We'd be getting 3 points. If teams would absolutely shit the bed, pardon my French, if the crowd was like that week upon week, because when I've been going this season, it hasn't. And it's difficult when Liverpool, I understand the crowd and everyone watching around the world, we need a performance on the football pitch. But if the crowd's like that week upon week, then it gives something that the players really something to thrive off, really. And that environment, and it's a cauldron of atmosphere, as we've seen tonight. What a performance and what a win from Connor from the Cock Council. Massive performance, mate. That's what we've needed. Chat, get your man in the match in. As I said, it probably will be a lot of shouts from Mohamed Salah, quite rightly so. We went through obviously the key performers of tonight, all of them. I'd give them all man in the match. Let's just hope this is the game that we kick on from now, Jack. We've proven we're still up there as well, Panov. As I said, City have got world-class players in every single position. We know how difficult it is. City very hardly ever lose a game of football. But what tonight showed is, as Panov said there, we can go toe-to-toe if our players put their 100% attitude and the crowd get involved as well, most importantly. Chris, I need my blood pressure to calm down now. Well-deserved win. We dug the crowd back at its best. Back world class from Salah and Anfield. Manchester City, what a win. Absolute limbs as well. Milner and Gomez were my man of the match. I will never write Milner off again as well. As I said, others will have our hands up. We all said, but if Milner put in an amazing shift anyway. What a relief, Jack. But I hope my injury is not that bad as well, Jose. As I said, Jose, hopefully it isn't, mate. And you're back on the pitch very soon, mate. Wow, Ravi, what a win. Wow. Belt of a win, that, mate. Big up, mate, as well. We should be sponsored by with this clean sheet. Shout out there. He just said, Mohammed, nice one for that, Yusuf. Thank you very much, mate, as I said. Obviously for translating that, mate. Really appreciate it. Big up, mate. Thank you for jumping on. If you are live round here, as I said, we're trying to get to 5k. If we can get that before Christmas, it would be really appreciated. As I said, everyone, you absolute bloody legends. And if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. We do try and go live most nights or throughout the weekend as well on the journey for Liverpool. As I said, win, lose or draw, we get behind our lads most importantly as well. But yeah, exciting. What a result tonight was. Lads, I'm buzzing with that. Get in, Jack. What a different side out there. Fair play to Gomez and Milner. Both played out of their skin. And that's an important aspect, as I said there, Jack. And a lot of you have mentioned as well. Going down that left-hand channel, we know how strong Foden, Gundogan, Haaland as well. It's very rare that we do see Haaland. He's been bloody banging in goals, not just for City, but for obviously Norway as well in terms of Dortmund. He's an absolute freak of nature in a good way in terms of how good he is on a football pitch. But our lads, from a defensive point of view, midfield and the attacking players from their duties, hopefully this is a catalyst really now that they can just take this as an example to go forward. And really, yeah, spot on there, Jack. But yeah, Luke or Ricky, I'll drop you the link, mate. I'll just rattle through all these comments, mate. But get ready, because Luke, I will get you in, mate, very soon. Keep an eye on Twitter, mate, to get that sorted. That win was important, but the fact that it was City hopefully has that extra confidence boost as well. Jazz, all of us, as I said before at the top of the show, these players have massively lacked confidence, and that's massively highlighted in terms of the performances in which we've seen. These players do care. They 100% do care, but it's difficult when the levels, of course, they're going to drop. Even City, the levels sometimes, even today, their levels dropped of what we know of City. We just got to be in there and just get the performance, and both spot on there, Jazz. Tonight was a proper Liverpool manager, fans and players all as one ferocious tribe as well, Scouser. That's what I love it, mate. And hopefully this, as I said, the catalyst for the team, catalyst for the fans as well, the match-going fans, and the catalyst for the fans around the world as well. As I said, whatever happens in the next couple of weeks, months' time, come what the end of May, we get behind our lads, most importantly, and that's all that we cared about. These lads go out there week upon week, trying their best to get our performance. Nice to see the last few weeks. Klopp has a plan B to see games out, and that plan B is just get hold of a game a little bit more. And Jack, the plan B, as I said before, is a 4-4-2, playing an out-and-out striker, and then Salah moving him central. We've seen Jurgen Klopp speak to, obviously, Salah. There was a lot of commotion before. Obviously, Salah wasn't getting taken off. He was just getting talking to by Klopp. And it was, we all know, Klopp was saying about the change in formation in terms of, right, Salah, go central. And we've seen that with Darwin Núñez. Imagine if you're an opposition defender, having Salah and Núñez, just two vocal points up front. Very different players. Obviously, Darwin, very physical, provides a lot of pace in with Salah, but they complement each other really well. And shout out to Carvalho as well. Quickly, in terms of substitutions that did come on, you had obviously Jota come on. Jota come off for Costas, Carvalho come on, Henderson and Núñez. And Trent, obviously, the back end of that game, quite rightly so. I think Trent went right midfield in that 4-4-2 as well. So, yeah, the substitutions were spot on tonight as well, most importantly. Get in, Zog, get in. My man of the match is Joe. Yeah, big shouts as well, mate. Van Dijk, Gomez, Milner, Fabinho. I think if you could pick, chat, get you 1 to 3 in terms of your man of the match. I'd go Salah for mine, Fabinho second, and then it's either between third or fourth between Van Dijk. Yeah, so I'd go with both Van Dijk and Gomez as my third, because it's so important, that midfield battle. I think everyone on their shows as well, and around European football as well, when everyone's been discussing this game, the most important area of the pitch is the midfield, especially when you are playing City. So good technically, they can, within about 2 seconds, they can be in 1-2 pass, bang, they're in as well. But we didn't allow that. Big up Jose, big up chat as well. Make sure you are smashing that like button, most importantly as well, everyone. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. As I said, a lot of content to come. Alfie, obviously a Chelsea fan, I think he'll be happy to see Manchester City dropping points as well. It's just opened the gap up. Arsenal fans as well, big result for them as well in terms of top 4. Well, top of the league anyway, flying as well. Arsenal, fair play to them. Big win against Leeds. Klopp said that Mo was not supposed to come off. That was not the plan. There was a mix-up with the numbers and the subs. He thinks, yeah, 100% there, mate. Doug language. Yeah, there we go. Nice one, lads, Luke. Yeah, I dropped that over, mate. Just make sure I'm not missing any comments. But big up Jack, mate, as well. Big up John. Big up. Yeah, there we go. Chat as well. And anyone that's just dropping in here as well. Mods, if you can sort that. And go 1 sec. If you can sort that. There we go. 1 second. I'm going to use one channel. Is that done? Yeah, there we go. Sorted. So chat and panel, I will be dropping the StreamYard link in here in a little second. There we go. As I said, I will be putting that into the chat now. So if you want to jump on, as I said, make sure you do have a camera, please, and just get your thoughts on. I get a couple of guests on as well. It'll be more or less 1-to-1. So if you're in the green room, I'll be getting you on. Most importantly, I'll be getting your thoughts. I've spoke about Liverpool. I'm more bothered about what you think about the performance. And as I said, once you've explained your thoughts, obviously I won't kick you, but obviously we have to move on because there might be a lot more people that want to get on. So we'll get everyone on. And if you have got a channel or YouTube, you're very welcome to shout out your content as well. But yeah, so hopefully we do see a couple of lads in the green room as well. And we have got Luke joined from the 1892 Reds podcast. How you doing, mate?
What a long game. What a long game. What a long game. Oh my God. I can't believe it, mate. I can't believe it. I couldn't. I'm not going to say a word about James Milner, as you said, no more.
Oof, no, we've all put our hands up, mate. Just let me know your thoughts, mate, obviously on the game.
Oh, mate. I mean, special shout. I mean, Mo Salah's goal. I mean, Joe Gomez was immense. Van Dijk was incredible. It was definitely his best game for a long time. Midfield worked tirelessly hard, like Harvey Elliott in midfield, Fabinho, Thiago. But, I mean, I couldn't believe. I mean, Man City were just onslaught after onslaught of attacks, and second half we were really under the caution, and obviously we hit him on the break in a very similar goal to when we beat Manchester United. Alisson with the big kick, and obviously Mo Salah's on the end of it, and obviously we get the 3 points. But what a massive turnaround this is for our season. It's huge, Jack. It's massive.
It's the confidence level that hopefully now would you say this potentially hopefully is the catalyst now going into this season and the results. Obviously, West Ham on Wednesday. We know the performance level is there. We've seen this, but the crowd, mate. What we thought on the crowds, because obviously we were watching that, and especially when Jürgen went off, it could have been very easy for that game to have slipped away. I know there was obviously a good 5-6 minutes added on. So with no manager, the substitutions were getting made, but just your thoughts on the crowd, mate?
Absolutely incredible. I mean, that's the Anfield that I want to see week in, week out. I mean, obviously, when we're at home, we see it in Champions League games. Of course, we see it today. We definitely needed, that 12-man because, playing Manchester City, the champions, obviously, by far they're the best team in the Premier League. We need that support, especially looking at the team news that Milner was playing right back, Gomez was playing centre half today. It wasn't. Obviously, Liverpool, we're the best fans in a sense. We're the best fans in general, but we're the best fans in a sense of, yes, we can criticize players for their performances and we can criticize, maybe team selections. But the one thing that we always do is we always get behind the team. We always get behind the players, no matter where they're playing on the pitch, and we always give them their full support. And that is the Liverpool I want to see with the fans week in, week out at Anfield. I want to see it again on Wednesday night when we play West Ham. The only downside for today's game was the injury to Jota. Hopefully that's nothing serious. But I mean, absolutely incredible. And, I was happy to take a 0-0 before the start of the game. But what a massive 3 points, Jack. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, man of the match. If you could pick 3 players, obviously, I think for me, I give Salah man of the match. I know. I'll quickly bring in Doug in a little second, mate. So if you want to round off.
I think Joe Gomez, obviously, got man of the match. I think he was absolutely outstanding. To deal with Erling Haaland the way he did today. He was beaten a couple of times by Haaland. Let's not be mistaken. Haaland a couple of times to get the better of him, but that was expected. Yeah. But he stuck at it for the whole 95, 100 minutes that Liverpool played today. So for me, I mean, Joe Gomez was my man of the match. James Milner was just absolutely incredible to deal again with that pace and the directness of Phil Foden. Foden for me was Manchester City's best player. I think he was absolutely incredible. And obviously, you've got to go with the main man, which is Mohamed Salah. Salah's obviously found the net, obviously in midweek. And obviously, he again, not just his finish today. He should have scored early on in the second half, but that desire, the work rate, everything about Mo Salah. It looks like he's got a bit of confidence. He's got a bit of his mojo back. So, Mo Salah is definitely up there as one of the best players. But for me, overall, my man of the match was Joe Gomez.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Just shout out your channel, mate, and where everyone can find you as well.
1892 Reds podcast. We're live at 8 p.m. tonight. So, obviously, guys, awesome. I will be leaving the stream, obviously, in the comments for everyone to join and get their debate on. But obviously, Jack, thanks for letting me come on. Hope you're doing well, Doug. Obviously, we're all buzzing tonight. Come and join us at 8 p.m. tonight, guys. Obviously, like and subscribe to this channel and get Jack to 5,000 subscribers, guys. And, of course, come and join us straight after this channel.
Yeah. Well, big up, Luke. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. As I said, we was there. Speak to you very soon, mate. Get
Will
in.
do, mate.
Happy days. Speak to you soon, fella.
See you later.
Doug, there was two of us now, right? Let me know your thoughts on quite a lot of it. What really impressed you most today, mate?
Just the whole performance. I know that people will say that City's disallowed goal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have. I haven't mentioned that, mate. Yeah, sorry, chat as well. I know there will be a lot of disgruntled, mate. Just how quickly thought on now. Thank you for reminding me, mate. Not that I intentionally forgot about it, I literally did forget about it because I felt it was. I get your thoughts as well. Chat, let us know your thoughts on that. For me, there was two incidents within that build-up of the goal.
Yeah.
There was a tug. I didn't think it was a tug. Even when on my watch along, I was very surprised. I was very surprised that they pulled it back for that initially. The second point was when Alisson had both hands on the ball. Then Haaland has gone through the ball. I would have thought that goal would have been disallowed for that moment. But just your thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, I don't think City can have any complaints. It's definitely a foul on Fabinho to begin with. Like Haaland shouldn't be pulling his shirt anyway. And yeah, as you say, the second one, I think Haaland is definitely foul. But Alisson Becker, oh my days! The fact that you basically saw Salah in his own half. He basically gets the ball, turns Cancelo, was fantastic. And let me just say that is a statement win today. That is a statement win. I've been feeling under the weather for most of the day, but that has cheered me up so much. And if I'm being honest, if Darwin had been a little bit unselfish, I think we win that 2-3-0 because I thought today every man out there played their part. Thiago, Fabinho in the midfield. Robertson, how good was he when he came back into the side?
He's been recharged, would you say, mate? Obviously, you watch a lot of him in terms of an international break, and you've always said, obviously, an international level, Robbo played, literally was the captain. He still is as well. He has played so many minutes for Scotland and Liverpool over the last 4 or 5 years. But yeah, what really impressed you most about Robinson's performance, mate? For me, it was the doubling up, really, and especially he's playing against two of the best players in world football in terms of Kevin De Bruyne, obviously Bernardo Silva as well, playing on that right hand side, mate.
Yeah.
What really impressed you about Robbo in terms of defending?
I think you've summed up perfectly because they had Cancelo and they had I think it was Bernardo Silva down that side, and they were trying to double up on Robertson. But I think us doubling up on Cancelo was very, very good as well. I have to say, I think that is the quietest I've seen Kevin De Bruyne for a long, long time. I think the fact that we didn't allow him the space in that second half, and yes, he did have that free kick, and Alisson's obviously seen Salah, and Cancelo is very, very poorly defensively. If you had conceded that goal, that's route one. That's basically route one. Like Alisson has gone to Salah. Salah's gone all the way up, and he's scored past Ederson. I must say, Ederson made a fantastic save when Salah should score.
Do you think he could have squared that, Salah? I said before, but I don't know if Jota probably might have been in an offside position. But just that decision making that's probably one of the negatives, really.
Yeah. Just a little bit of decision making was what lacked today. But James Milner, in the words of Liz, James freaking Milner, I think he's just put 10 years off his age. He was outstanding today.
Yeah, 100%, mate. That's what we want. That's what we want from James Milner. But as I said, all of us put our hands up, and when Milner plays like that, mate, he's especially against the opposition and I think the picture there that we spoke about in the pre-match build-up, that game in which he did have all those years ago, we were all hoping it wasn't that. But yeah, as you said there, mate, Milner. What did you think about Jurgen Klopp's tactical switch in terms of going to, I think it looked like a 4-4-2 in terms of go with Núñez and obviously Salah up front, and then with Trent down that right hand side, replacing Salah late on. It was it's interesting that we've got, and Chat's already alluded to it, a plan B, and that's the side of Liverpool over the last 12 months or last couple of years that Liverpool's really struggled, and a lot of people have questioned the moving of Mane to Bayern Munich, that Liverpool have lacked that extra bit of spice in terms of our attacking for that. But what do you think about that change from Jurgen?
I think we've been kind of wanting a plan B for a long, long time, and now we obviously we have it. Obviously we've got the 4-2-3-1 to have Darwin in there, but 4-4-2. I think it worked today, and it worked a treat. I mean, everyone. Can you actually remember people saying Ruben Diaz is a very, very good defender? He's very, very good in these kind of games. But I'll tell you something, he was poor today, Ruben Diaz. But I think it was because of Jota playing well, Salah playing well. Everyone deserved that today. And although I have to say, I don't know about you if you mentioned the referee, but I thought Anthony Taylor was a disgrace today.
I felt he played well, mate. And I'm not just saying that just for obviously the decision to rule out the goal and that, mate. But it was, I understand where you're coming from, but on the watch longer before obviously the sending off of Jurgen, because I think Guardiola he played. That's the point that we discussed. Guardiola done what Mikel Arteta done a couple of years. Was it last year when Arteta come to Anfield and played into the hands of the crowd? That literally played into the hands of what Guardiola was doing. He was reacting to the crowd, and that's the worst thing you can do as an opposition manager or an opposition player. Give the crowd anything to really get back into the game, really, mate. But what was it that you disliked about obviously the referee's performance? It's standard, because we could be here all night, really, but it's the standard officiating throughout the league, and even decisions I've seen today in other Premier League games are very quite concerning. But
just the amount of challenges that they had on Salah, were going unpunished. I think there were about 3 or 4 challenges on Salah went unpunished. There was one on, I think there was, who was it? Jota's one, I think, from, I can't remember who it was anyway, but just a number of really, really silly challenges from City players that were going unpunished. And you look at he booked 3 of our players, and he only booked, City, one of City. But
we won the game. Happy days, though. Sod the refs, I said. Sod them. Anything really that you wanted to discuss before we go off? Before you go off, mate?
Hopefully this just kickstarts our season now.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Please do shout out, obviously, your channel, mate. And have you got a post-match out, mate, or have you already done it?
I've already done it. Yeah, I've already done my post-match.
Send everyone over to your channel, mate, and where everyone can find you, matey.
Yeah, it's the Dugout Football channel on YouTube. As I said, I have just done my post-match. So that was very, 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 very good. But yeah, Dugout Football channel on YouTube. And pleasure to speak to you as always, mate.
As always, mate, you're very welcome. Thank you very much for dropping in, mate, and probably will mess you after the game, mate. But thank you for jumping on, mate. Please do head over to the Dugout Football channel. Give Doug all your support as well. As always, massive, one of my best mates on YouTube as well, and showing the support. Thank you for coming on, mate. As I said, I'll speak to you after the game, mate. And get in. Happy days. The road. See you later, mate. Thank you for jumping in.
Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.
Absolute legend. And chat, as I said, as we said before, it is. The StreamYard link is in there if anyone wants to jump in anyway. Let me know your thoughts on the game. We'll be rounding off very soon. So if you want to jump on, get your thoughts in, be very quick. As I said, the StreamYard link is pinned in the comments. As soon as Pep did that, 100% there, Brian. Haaland, not a monster. I'll tell you what, we kept him really quiet tonight, and he'll be fuming. Haaland's that type of night, as he said, he's that type of player that will come off the back of this performance now and be extremely frustrated that he's not got a sniff today. Yeah, as we said at the front, in terms of the first 45 minutes, had a couple of opportunities, but not really anything gilt edge, really a chance where you'd expect a player of that ability to get the ball in the back of the net as well. How you doing, Luca, as well? Massive result for your Arsenal, that, mate, as I said. Arsenal, and before we do cap off, we'll have a little look at the Premier League table in terms of where this does leave not just Liverpool but Manchester City and a lot of the other Premier League sides now. And as you can see, this is how the top of the Premier League does feature. Liverpool, as we said, will be playing West Ham United. A win for Liverpool against West Ham on Wednesday would mean Liverpool would be 7 points behind Manchester City. As we've seen in the past, leagues have been defined by 1-2 points as well. But we just got to continue this momentum, as Luke, as Doug, and there's a lot of you already alluded to, the big game again. And I'm hoping on Wednesday night the crowd is up for it. It's an early kickoff, I think. Is it Wednesday? Chat, let us know when. Let's have a quick look in terms of the. Can I get it up now? The fixtures. Let's have a quick look at that. In terms of fixtures for Liverpool. Oh, yeah, no, is that a 7:30? Oh, yeah, it's a 7:30 kickoff anyway. So, as I said, I will be live for that game. Well, won't be live. I will be doing a post-match reaction off the back of that game anyway. But most importantly, Reds, let me know your thoughts. If you are watching on the repeat, as I said, it's been an absolutely fantastic result for Liverpool tonight. Yes, Jurgen Klopp got sent off. You can understand the emotions that were flying around in this game. But the most important thing, the most important statistic, Liverpool come away from this game with all 3 points. Hopefully this is the catalyst now for Liverpool in terms of keeping clean sheets, as Brian just alluded to there. It's massive for the confidence levels in terms of keeping a clean sheet. When you can do it against one of the best teams in Europe, one of the best teams in the Premier League as well, as we know with City, you possess so much quality. But Liverpool shut out a very difficult opponent tonight. And as Brian said there, the clean sheet was massive, and hopefully, and hala Liverpool as well, a big result for Real Madrid against Barcelona in El Clasico. But chat, thank you to every single one of you that is tuned in tonight. If you are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Put your bell notification on as well, Reds. And it's been an absolute bloody pleasure. Liverpool back to winning ways, and no better win than against Manchester City. Hopefully the Reds do kick on. Hopefully we see Anfield rocking every single week from now to the end of May. These lads need our support. We get behind them. As I said, there will be a couple of results in the next couple of weeks and months' time anyway that don't go our way. But let's not put our heads down. Let's get behind these Reds. Let's get behind every single one of our players, and let's get behind Liverpool Football Club. Every fan around the globe. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your night. It's been an emphatic win for Liverpool in terms of getting all 3 points. And as we said, what a win. What a bloody win as well. And the ref could have give Klopp a yellow. It's not like he... But yeah, there we go. Big up, everyone. As I said, enjoy the rest of your evening. As I said, big up every single one of you that is tuned in. There's been that many of you. I really do appreciate it. The support on the live stream, watch along, and obviously the support on the post-match reaction show as well. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening or morning, wherever you are, while watching around the globe. We're all going to be going. You'll all be going into work, or we're seeing your mates as well. With a good spring in your step anyway. Happy days. Well in the Reds, well in the players tonight. Every single one of them left everything on the football pitch tonight. And that's what we've been wanting for a couple of weeks. And hopefully, Reds and the players, this is the catalyst for something very special this season. You never walk alone, Reds. Have a lovely rest of your night. And I said, I'll see you tomorrow evening for another episode. Keep an eye out on the channel. And as always, Reds, you'll never walk alone. Jedi.